Good morning, Chainbreakers. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning. Come on in, going in, come on in. It is Monday, August the 26th, 2019, and this is going to be a fantastic day because that's the day I choose for it to be. Good morning and welcome, Chainbreakers. Welcome to today's edition of Chainbreakers 365 Live. I want to welcome you in here this morning. I am Brad Smith. I'm the host of Chainbreakers 365 Live and the creator of hashtag Uplift and Rise. I want to welcome you here today. This is going to be a fantastic day. And one reason it's going to be a fantastic day is because it's my bride's birthday. That's right. Good, welcome and happy birthday, Patty Lang Smith. Welcome. God knew what he was doing when he brought the two of us together. We didn't know it at the time. But my wife frequently leans on Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the plans that I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you a hope and a future. And she firmly believes that that is one of the very strong reasons that we were brought together. I don't know that we'd have found each other otherwise. We completely ran in different circles, but we are a fantastic pair because we totally support each other the way we need to be. And I want to just go on record saying happy birthday, honey. I am so glad you're my wife. So today I'm wanting to try to get in and talk a little bit from the very beginning, because we can talk about goals, we can talk about dreams, we can talk about aspirations, we can talk about success, we can talk about all of that great stuff. But if you honestly believe that it's not for you, it's never ever going to happen. But I want to really talk about Ephesians 29:11, because God does have a plan for you. He plans to give you a hope and a future. He came here to give you life and give it to you abundantly. And it does not matter where you're at or what point you are in your life or where it is that he actually has plans on you going, because he knows every hair on top of your head. And because he knows you that intimately, he knows your hopes and your fears and your dreams. He's planted those dreams there. He knows where you are now, and he knows what is possible. So the nice part of it is I don't have to know everything, because he does. And he's going to lead me to what I need to know. He's going to bring me to that point, and it's up to me then to embrace it. So I don't think that there's any Christian here that would ever say that God is Santa Claus. God gives us opportunities. He gives us the resources we need to be able to fulfill the plan he has for us in our lives, to give us those hopes, those dreams, that future. And he brings those people together. He brings those plans together. He brings those resources together. But it's still up to you. It is still up to me to choose to realize those opportunities that he's brought together and to take advantage of them, because it is still free will that will guide our lives. It is still free will and the choices that we make that help make us successful or not. But if you honestly believe that you are not capable of being happy, that you don't deserve to be happy, that I will never look the way I want, that I will never be the person that I want to be, then you're right. It is your own self-fulfilling prophecy that is all you will ever be. But here's the good news. He knows different. He knows you're capable of better. He has a plan for you. And those hopes, those dreams, those aspirations that he's put into your heart, those are the very same ones that he knows that you can accomplish. We have to stop listening to the true attack of the enemy. See, the enemy has really gotten sneaky. He doesn't come at us like this horned, pitchforked devil as we imagine him to be. He comes in sly, like a very slick con man. And he's gotten us to believe what it is that he wants us to believe to keep us small. Because it's in keeping us small is what keeps us from achieving our full potential in God. You see, as long as we believe we're not capable, that we're not deserving, that we'll never really be who it is that we think we could be, or others tell us we can be, or what God tells us we can be, as long as we're saying no in our subconscious minds, that's what our reality will become. So we really need to be able to get in and dig in and retrain our brain to have a different subconscious. So I know that seems a little silly because what we're really talking about is in the conscious mind, we have to do activities that will retrain our subconscious mind, that our subconscious mind is who we are. Actually, that's not entirely true because there are things in our conscious mind that our subconscious mind reacts to. It is our subconscious mind that gives us those reactions, but we can retrain those reactions. Our subconscious mind is totally malleable and trainable. We can change it to the way we want it to be. It's not as easy as thinking positively every single day and by gosh, I'm going to keep thinking positively and better for my life is going to be positive, because if you subconsciously believe it won't, then it won't. So we have to retrain that subconscious mind. So I started talking a little bit last week about some steps to be able to do it, and we're talking about those checklists. And for those of you who are hearing this again, I apologize, but there are different people that tune into this at different days of the week, so I want to be able to retrace this a little bit. And some of the things we have to do, we really start believing that we are the way we are because of the deposits we've made into our emotional bank account. You see, and I think you've heard of the relation in a relationship, you can do and do and do and do and do and do and do, and then we get that oh crap moment, and it completely wipes out the emotional bank account. So all those deposits that we do and do and do and do and do into our relationships can be wiped out by one oh crap moment that wipes it out, because what we do is we magnify the negative to be so large that it wipes out all the positive. And the reason why that happens is we forget exactly how big those deposits were. You see, what we focus on is what becomes our reality. So we have to change our focus into understanding that it's really something quite different. It is in those checklists that we were talking about last week. It is in those checklists that keep us retraining our brain to realize what we are capable of, what we do get done, what we do accomplish every day. It is in the feeding the kids breakfast, getting up, getting dressed, getting showered, getting cleaned up, getting to work on time, doing whatever your tasks are at work. And there are lots and lots and lots of little checklists within that in it as well. But since all of us work different jobs, it's a little tough for me to tell you what those checklists are. But it's picking the kids up from school, and it's feeding them a healthy dinner, and it's spending time with your family. It's all those things that are meaningful to you that we do so routinely that we don't do them with enough intent, that therefore they stay as a small deposit in our mind when they're really something much, much larger. So we need to stop and take time to take inventory of all the little positive things that we actually do each day, that we do out of routine, but they are really things that pour into other people. I think in a lot of cases that our spouses see us in a much bigger, stronger light than in an image than we see in ourselves. And the main reasons why is they know in a lot of cases all the little things that we do to pour into them. But we don't see it, and we see that one oh crap moment, and we realize we wiped everything out. Or we fail to take inventory sometimes in our spouse of all the little positive things that they do every day, and we let that one negative wipe it out because we focus on it being so large. These little deposits are not small. In fact, they are really, truly no different than the one oh crap withdrawal. But we don't take time to look at that statement, as it were, the balance that's in our account. We just simply take a look at the huge withdrawal, or what we think is a huge withdrawal, because that's what we focus on. If you've heard of, and I think we all have, that we end up making mountains out of molehills, it's that obstacle in our life that is a mountain, right? And we can either choose to go over it, we can choose to go around it, we can choose to go through it. But truly, what we need to understand is taking that challenge and climbing that mountain that the view is so magnificent from the top. It is magnificent from the top only because we look back at what we accomplished. As we continue to truly make those deposits into our own emotional bank account, what we realize is we really had a lot of the tools all along. We really had what it was capable of achieving in getting to the top of that mountain. We really had what we needed already to be there, but we looked at this huge obstacle, which was truly nothing bigger than a molehill. We took that molehill and made it into a mountain, something so large, because we focused on it entirely incorrectly. It's that oh crap moment that we focus on that we've interpreted entirely incorrectly. So it's that retraining of our minds in the little positives that we do every day that get us to realize how fantastic of a person we really are, and therefore what we are truly able to accomplish. We start looking at the positives that we start feeding into our children, into our spouse, into our parents, into our friends, into our coworkers. Well, we need to take those little deposits that we feed into others and realize how important we are in other people's lives. Because it is that importance in other people's lives that creates true meaning. You know, it's not in the things that we have. It's not in the money that we've accomplished. It's not the money we've gained. It's not in the stuff, right? It's into those relationships that we sow into that makes life truly meaningful. So, folks, I'm going to ask you today to make sure, as we're checking off those little things and we're adding on to that list of little things that we're accomplishing, that we're also taking notice of what we're doing sowing into other people's lives. The little things that we do to help build our children up. The little things that we do to sow into the relationship we have with our spouse. Asking them about their day. Being willing to absorb what it is they have to say without it necessarily negatively affecting us, but help them sometimes just by venting, sometimes by overcoming an obstacle or solving a problem if need be. But take inventory of what we do, because it's those little things that build up our subconscious each day that make us realize in our minds how truly valuable we are. I want to thank you for joining me here today. We are here Monday through Friday, every single weekday morning at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for Chainbreakers 365 Live. If you like what you heard today, please be sure and share this out, because like in hashtag uplift and rise, we rise by uplifting others. So sharing this out and letting other people receive this message may just be what turns around and makes a difference in their day. So share this on out. If you want to see more of these, you can find them on YouTube at Chainbreakers 365, or you can find them on at Chainbreakers 365 Live. I'm sorry, at chainbreakers365.com. But I want to thank you for being here today, and be sure to reach out to my wife and wish her happy birthday. Again, thanks so much for being here, and I look forward to seeing you this time tomorrow for Chainbreakers 365 Live. Thanks for being here. Bye now.